ain't gonna expose. I'm not like that. I'm not a snitch. Virginity. It's a hush hush topic.
Yeah. They love me.
Let's see if your parents raised you.
It's deeper than the physical.
What up, fam? Welcome back to the Juxtaposition, everyone.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Juxtaposition podcast. We are finally back with another episode. My name is Bernice. These are my co-hosts to the right of me.
Oh, wow. My name is Big Nana, Swagman Nana, Eric Donko on Instagram. Check me out. Holla at me. Tyrese from the 90s. The sexiest dark chocolate Christian man is Nana.
Hi guys, my name is Janet. Janet.Urwale on Instagram. Follow me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yes, we are back. We've been on a little hiatus before we dropped an episode, and then we went MIA because we all started our summer jobs, which we are full force in there. So it does get busy, so it's kind of hard to get an episode in. But we're going to try to be consistent this summer and make sure we drop some episodes for you guys to listen to while you enjoy your great summer while it's hot.
Yeah, while you work out, drive to this.
That's true.
Yeah,
Eat your lunch to this.
Yeah, break time, whatever.
Shout out to everybody that's listening.
Yeah. Yes. So let's just get into the episode right away. As you know, not this week, it's actually been going on for, I think,
a couple weeks, right?
It was probably 2 weeks now.
But it's talked about still, every day, every single day.
So obviously everybody, probably whoever's listening to this knows about the Keke Palmer and her husband. Not her husband. Look at me. I'm even
upgrading him.
Boyfriend.
Her, are they?
Their boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Boyfriend. So her boyfriend.
Baby daddy.
Yeah.
She was at an Usher concert. Usher's out here just...
Usher's the real corporate.
Nah, man, he's doing his job. He's paid for what he's doing his job. People just come to the concert. He's just doing what he's supposed to do.
This guy said, "Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real."
Actually, he said it in the song from the 90s. So
this guy is a savage.
Anyways, he's been married like
he's a symbol of
3 times.
Sexiness. So
a sex symbol.
He is. He's true. So he's gonna get the ladies screaming, and you know, that's his job.
And he's just entertaining, so you can't blame him. I mean, obviously, he's just an entertainer. That's his job. So Keke Palmer obviously loves Usher since she was a young, and she's not that old. I think she's like
31.
Huh?
31.
No way.
Sure.
I'm here thinking she's like 20 or 30. She's 92 then. Oh.
31.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Let me help you out.
Anyways, while we figure out her age, she is pretty grown. So she is a recently new mother, obviously with her boyfriend. She had a baby. And so she went to this Usher concert. She loves Usher. She's 30. Out here.
30? Damn, I put a year on her.
Well, she's 29, turning 30.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, she's 29. She's still grown. So anyways, she went to the concert and she's wearing this. Honestly, the front of it looked great. I was like, okay, it's not that bad. And then, obviously, she turns around and her butt cheeks are out.
Them cheeks were showing.
And she was at the concert with Usher. Obviously, just very excited. I think she was hugging him, kind of singing together.
Like she was close.
She was close. Closer than she needed to be.
Yes.
But anyways, her boyfriend was not pleased with that, and so he went on Twitter and commented.
Twitter fingers.
We are not going to fully focus on Keke Palmer, but I shall say this as a man.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with what he said.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay, I was going to
okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. Just how,
yeah, he made a comment basically just saying he was not... Like a woman who is a mother should not be putting herself out. Like not so much putting herself out. It's more so what she was wearing.
Yeah.
He was more concerned about what she was wearing, not much what she was doing.
I think what she was doing too.
Both, but I think
the comment was more directed to what she was wearing.
Oh,
not
okay.
what she was doing.
Having the butt cheeks out and whatever the case is. And so obviously the topic for us. I mean, for me, it's more so like probably. I guess I kind of know where Nana kind of lies, but for those who don't know and are new to listening, I think, okay, as a man, do you feel like men, if you're not married, do you have the ability to be talking to your girlfriend and telling her what she can and cannot do?
Hey,
that's
is that how you're coming?
Yeah, man. I would like to know.
Say that one more time for the people.
So if you are not married, you have a girlfriend, and obviously you're not married. So do you have the ability to tell her
to what to wear or
Like,
not.
yes, can you tell her, hey, don't wear that, or can you wear this? You can.
So before you even be the girl's man, whatever, boyfriend and girlfriend stage, in those talking stages, you guys should have talked so much that you know your stance. Like the girl knows the guy's stance on a certain thing. Now, if you're in the relationship and both of you guys are, with each other for a long time and you do wear that, I feel like it's appropriate to offer a suggestion like, yo, I don't think you should like go outside like that. Like, I think you should like cover up and stuff like that. Like, I think you should wear something else. Give her an alternative. Now she says, "Bun you, are you crazy? Are you dumb? Women's life matter. Don't be a misogynist." Then, sir, the writing's on the wall. Okay? Because if she don't respect you in this phase, what makes you think she gonna respect you in the husband and wife phase? Those are your red flags right there. A flag on the play. Okay? So once again, it's not wrong of what he said, but him like this is the add-on. Like him going on social media, that was the wrong thing. Like, don't put your business online because you can't defeat the internet,
Well, the internet, that people are there to judge. So
yes.
Once you open yourself up to that,
Exactly.
there's many people.
And also, like, I feel like women should also have some respect for their man, and men should have respect for their woman. Men, you don't go outside with your shirt off at the beach with your boys, knowing that there's going to be girls out there and you're ripped and stuff like that. Like, you will be attracting people, right? So I'm not the person that just say, oh, you can't wear this and stuff like that. I'm going to be the person that I shouldn't wear this as well, right? So I feel like women, in this case, that woman should respect the man and his opinion, right? And keep it moving.
Yeah, I think one example, of course, for me is like when we just recently went to Alicia Keys' concert. It was wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful.
I didn't go.
Well, we,
My
you know.
sisters and I.
Yes, but just an example of like she had a dancer, and like usually dancers are a little bit they're erotic. They could be like grinding, or it's just part of the show, like it's part of the entertainment. But like throughout the show, she had one dancer, and the dancer was super respectful, like knowing she's married, knowing she has kids, and like he didn't go and grind on her and like, oh, because many guys could be like, okay, this is my chance, like I can do whatever I want, this is a female artist. But no, it's like it's as if they discussed it, and he had the respect of knowing that, okay, hey, I can dance, but I'm gonna dance appropriately, knowing that she has a family and she has a man. So that is one thing I can be like, yeah, like you don't always have to be like, oh, hey, like I have to show everything, like. I think women just need to also distinguish between like, okay, most women distinguish between revealing their body as like confidence or like they feel good, and like the more I show, like I'm trying to show and most of the times it's like working out, right? Like when you work out, you feel more confident and you feel like you can show your body, but it's like you can also show your body in ways that it's still showing your body, but also keeping it a classy mystery
and classy,
yeah. Right? Because many other men who are going to approach you too, you kind of want them to have that hidden, like, okay, what is she about? And then when we finally get into the relationship, we can discover more like closed doors. But yeah, I think also too I heard like on the Breakfast Club in terms of like a lot of it is pushed of like, oh, she's an entertainer and that's why she should be dressed that way. And it's like, how do you guys feel about that? Like,
I think for me, I'm just like, and she's a person who believes in God too. So this is where it gets a little murky, because it's like you can be in the entertainment industry, but that comes with, right? And so I think it's your choice of choosing what you're going to allow yourself to do and how you're going to dress. There's many people in the entertainment industry that they come in, they're going, you don't even know about them, and then they just pop out at a show or something like that. So I think it's just up to the person to decide whether they're going to do what they like. Keke's beautiful. Like, she has a body. We already know that. And she's a mother, so she just accentuates everything else. But I'm like, you had a choice. You knew what you're doing. Like, you had a choice, and you said, okay, I want to wear this, and I'm going to show off this. You didn't have to, but you chose to. So I just think, like, it's a matter of choice and your intention behind it. Like, if you're, like, I feel like what's the purpose of you doing that if you already have a boyfriend? Like, are you trying to attract another man, or like, I don't understand what the
They
purpose
say it's for
is.
them,
But that doesn't make for me personally. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, it can't just be for you, because you see yourself every day, and before you go to the shower, you look at yourself. So that's already for you. So if you're going out, like, who's it for? You can't see yourself. People see you. So if you're trying to just, I think a lot of times we're always trying to like build up our ego, like, oh, somebody has to constantly give you a compliment in order for you to feel good. Like, you should, if you really love yourself, you don't need anybody to compliment you. Like, you just love yourself. So I can wear a bag and I still feel good. But if you have to show off stuff, I think like that's still a part of you where you're still searching for like
The validation.
Yeah, like that's still searching for validation from other people. You're actually not completely okay with yourself then.
And the excuse of like, oh, she's an entertainer, like, so it comes with it. No, like, someone's feeling can still get hurt even if you're an entertainer, especially like in their relationship, they probably don't move like that. Like, that's still no excuse for you to just do something like that. And also, like, oh, she's a mom, she's allowed to like wear something like that. She's just fresh mom for. I just started hearing that excuse. Like, where did that excuse even come from? That you're a mom and you snap back and all that. So
well, I'm saying you should obviously embrace motherhood, like,
Of course.
But I don't understand how that has to do with like, I don't know. I just feel like that's not an excuse for you to be like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I think motherhood is displayed differently.
Yeah, I think just going back on the question in terms of like, not the question, of the comment of like the relationship, the first question you asked.
Yeah, in terms of men being able to
Say something. I feel like most people say, oh, because he's a boyfriend, but you did make that commitment. It's still a commitment. You decided to be together. So certain things, like, you respect each other. So why are you in a relationship with him, though, right? If you don't respect his views, or he, like, vice versa.
Yeah.
And also, like, it's like, I think about it, okay, why didn't you just date an entertainer who understands the culture of
did
that
a regular
thing?
guy,
You
bro.
date a regular guy who's probably not making as much money as you are, who's probably more insecure already because he's dating someone who's maybe better looking and more money in the industry. And so he has to compete with a lot of also men, and also financially has to compete. And so he's also just trying to like,
Probably insecure.
maybe just, insecure, and trying to like, bracket his family a little bit and kind of enjoy just them. And it's kind of hard to date someone who is in the industry. I don't think I can, okay? Because I would just be a little bit jealous. Those actors out there, like, it's hard. It's hard.
And also, it's like they make it seem like men can't even like say how they feel about a certain situation.
Like, you just have to be okay with whatever your
like,
woman does or whatever.
No, my feelings are hurt. Like, what are you talking about? Like, Usher, the person I've been listening to my whole life, this handsome man is holding my girl and doing this stuff. What? I can even feel it in my chest right now. I'm not even dating Keke Palmer. What kind of foolishness?
Yeah. And then they were also like, I was also hearing in terms of like how men, like, when they're vulnerable, they're getting made fun of. Do you think that is something that happens when people, like, men are vulnerable?
Do you
they
think it's
use it against them, or?
No, I'm saying,
somehow.
do you think it's the men that's getting like, men are attacking men, or it's the woman that's like
Women.
the man?
Women.
Like, bro, you're
I feel
in
like
your
both,
feelings.
actually.
Maybe both, but I see the women like, oh, like they're saying like, oh, shouldn't you be like getting the baby's diapers, like, and stuff like that. And it's like, we can't even say how we feel, but when it comes to girls, it's like, oh, sorry, all this stuff. Like, you shouldn't say that about certain things. But it's like, that's not fair. That is not fair. Men should be able to express how they feel, and he did it in such a like respectful way as well. Like, but I'll say this. I'll throw in this one little tidbit. A little part of me, I don't know, maybe I'm playing devil's advocate. A little part of me feels like, okay, sir, you're saying this about her and stuff like that, and I agree 100%. But, sir, you should marry her. You should marry her, because that type of criticism or that type of entitlement comes with you being married to someone. I don't know how you guys feel about that. People be like, no, he still does has a right, because as boyfriend and girlfriend, right, you should still respect the person, okay?
Yeah.
I get it. But I just feel like what do you expect?
No, I know. People are giving husband or wife titles to boyfriends.
That's
Yeah,
true.
like what the heck?
You're not my husband. I'm not locked in.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't have to. I'm not tied down. So who are you to be calling me, telling me, hey, you should be acting like a mother. You should be doing ABC.
Maybe they think because now I had a child with you and
They're more
that's a piece
entitled.
of me.
Mhm.
Like
We're
you
basically
represent me
married.
too because you had a child with me.
I just think people just have to be cautious about who they are sleeping around with. Number one, and number two,
That's a big one.
Who you're dating, just generally.
Yeah.
Let's stop there.
Okay.
Yes, please. That's so important. That's so important. Everyone should know who they're getting in a relationship with, because sometimes we can be in the talking stage, and then they can be saying something like, "Oh yeah, like I'll feel like I can do this or something like that," and then they just brush off like, "Nah, like you wouldn't do that." And then when you get into a relationship, the person ends up doing it and you're shocked. What do you mean you're shocked?
Yeah.
You seen this, or she said something this, or you alluded to this, or you thought she was gonna grow into something that you thought in your mind, you know? So it's very important that like women and men like really like vet out the person in that talking phase or that boyfriend and girlfriend phase, because like it can get tricky out here. He probably didn't think Keke would ever do that. When did we ever see Keke do that?
That's what I think.
true.
For me, I think like I feel like sometimes, not all women, but maybe some women we've lost like, I think we just take too much of this like, I could do it by myself. Like I can do whatever I please, and if you're my mind, you just have to follow along with what I want to do. Like you cannot tell me what I want because I don't say anything about what you're wearing. And I think a lot of women take on this like, why are you telling me what to wear when you're wearing this? And so, I don't know if I'm playing that, but men don't get as much like,
They don't.
It's not much about what they wear, to be honest. I never really hear like, unless you're wearing some type of like extreme style,
Yeah,
like you're
of
wearing
course.
something else.
But like if you have your shirt off, it's normal.
It's not a problem. But it's the women's like, you're revealing too much, or that clothes is too tight. So then what do men get that women often
It's a double standard.
But guys, it is a double standard. But when we go to the double standards for the women's side, you guys balance it. You guys,
it's both ways. But I'm just saying
more.
in terms of.
But in terms of this,
like
and this,
if it's this scenario,
Yeah.
what is it that would be a problem for a
Men?
woman to compliment, to say, or to
Complain
about,
or
complain
whatever,
about for a
man.
man? So if they go, unless like they go to like a Cardi B or like a Meg Thee Stallion,
Yes,
and
yes.
like you're bumping and grinding on the stage, that's the only thing.
or you're wearing a clown suit or something like that. I get what you're saying though.
That it literally has to be something physical that has to happen to the
Yeah.
man in
Yeah.
order for it to be a problem.
Yeah.
Whereas it's always the woman's it's a,
Because we don't have things that are just poking out.
unless you're wearing underwear, like
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
You guys have body parts that are poking out, if that makes sense.
Okay, this is where I'm like, as women, we cannot compare ourselves to men.
Yeah.
And be like, well, men don't get this. They don't get.
Well, they
Like,
don't have the parts that
That's
we
what I'm
do.
saying. So that's
Because we're different beings and we're
Exactly.
made differently.
Exactly.
And
you
so
just have to
certain things
recognize
we
that.
can't wear because this is what our body looks like.
Exactly.
And certain things men can't do because this is what they
Exactly.
look like.
And so it comes down to just recognizing like I'm a completely different make in terms of physically to a man. So if I'm wearing clothes, I need to understand I have body parts that are accentuating
And are attractive to the male eye.
and that are attractive to the male eye. So you can't say I can wear whatever I want and not have your man be complaining about it because he's like, I know what that is like because I'm a man. So if I look at you and I'm like, oh gosh, imagine what another man's gonna be looking at like, oh my gosh. So it's like, I think sometimes women who are just all about, I guess, women power, of course, but can we cover up? Like, can we? I like a little midriff. That's fine. A little shoulder is cool. Accentuate your waist.
They said it.
But why?
Why are you wearing something that should be worn on the
in the bedroom?
on the stage?
Let's like why?
If I seen a girl like wearing what Keke was wearing, I think I would become less interested because I already see.
Yeah,
Like there's no like mystery to
That's
it.
what I said. Keep it a mystery.
It's too easy to get. You like a man likes a little like chaste, like someone that's firm and stern in what they do. But like that's probably less attractive, to be honest. And that's what people fail to understand. They're like, if I show more, then it will give me more. But you're attracting the wolves.
And I'm thinking,
keep
as a
saying
man,
that.
if
You're
I were a man,
attracting the wolves.
if I were a man, I'm just thinking, if it was easy for me to get, it's easy for me to leave. Like
Very.
And get another.
and just go get another one.
The
So
same
we all
way-
look the
yep.
same.
It's just
And
it
you're
was too
easy.
easy for me to get it, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I can get another
Yeah.
one. It's too easy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just think of that as a woman. I'm like,
Don't be too easy.
don't let it be too easy where a
Don't
man
let
can
it to
just
be
come in and
easy.
just see everything. Like they just see everything and they just know what your body looks like already. So there's nothing to be like, oh, like it.
When I want to marry her and go
I want to
through
see.
these
I want to
steps.
see more.
Yeah.
As time
Because
goes on.
as time goes on, but then
It's like
I feel
opening
like-
a present or package.
Yeah, I just feel like as a man, like I don't know. I just think in a way, if I were a man, it's like if I were a man and I see a woman, if I see her body, it would be like I would be like, okay, I want to know more. But then you get to know the person, so then the body kind of like
It
it's
doesn't
like an
even
extra
matter
piece. Yeah,
anymore.
like it's the extra piece
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
because at first you're
It's
still
the
like, oh, I
topping.
want to know more about you and kind of see more about you, but eventually it's more so the personality and getting to know this person because you were interested based off the physical attraction.
It always comes down to who you are and personality. It's never just the body. The body is just like, oh, I see that and now I'm interested, but that thing is not gonna keep
Yeah,
someone
forever.
at all.
I just say, girl, ladies, be a gift. Let them unwrap you. The first layer is your mind. Maybe it's your face, and then finally, hopefully you get married, and the present is the present.
Yeah.
And you open the full present, and you see the whole scope of the person,
it just
plus the
yeah,
mind,
yeah.
and you're way more excited and attracted to the person,
Yeah.
including males too.
Yeah, it's true. It's
So-
true because I think a lot of people are getting divorced. I've seen so
Yeah, the rate of
7 years, 8 years later, and they're divorced, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, the rate of divorce is pretty high right now, but I be hearing that, I be like, okay, that ain't gonna be me though. I don't say that to be insensitive, but I say that like because I have hope, right? And I feel like everyone should have hope. Everyone shouldn't see those stats and be like, oh, that's gonna be me. Like,
If you
nah.
do it the right way, I think it'll work out. And sometimes it doesn't work out, but I
Yeah.
think if you are intentional about seeking out a person and not just their physical body, it will work out.
And it's never gonna work out if you just try to seek out their physical body.
Yeah,
Ever.
You get tired of it.
Never.
Like I feel like people get tired.
It's never.
I wouldn't know. I'm just saying.
Because that's what we see. Like, even I used to do this. Like, I'll see in the news like this person broke up with this person, and I'll be like, "How'd you break up with this person? This girl's so sweet.
Yeah.
Like, whoa."
Yeah.
But it goes down to
It's
show
deeper
just
than
more
that.
than her body. It's more, and then someone else tries and they break up. It's just ring around a rosy,
Yeah.
ring around rosy. But you see this nice girl, regular girl, and she's amazing, and you guys are married forever. Life. But honestly, I just like, I don't know. As a man, I just get sad sometimes of just like certain females just showing their body. I get
I'm
sad.
tired of it.
I feel
I've
like
already
I
got-
get
I'm
sad.
tired of it.
I feel like, but also for me, it's like Christian girls can also get in that trap too because they really want and desire a relationship. So like they see all these other girls getting a relationship quicker, and they're like, okay, maybe I should reveal more, or maybe I should show this or wear this, and then so they get trapped in like body what they wear and stuff like that. And when it's like God's not even calling us, they're just going outside of what God is
Yeah.
calling us to do, and so it can be hard. So girls, Christian ladies who are looking for a man, it will come.
The wolves
Yeah.
are coming.
You don't want the
for
wolves. You want the
Yeah.
guys who are,
Yeah.
intentionally trying to seek after your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, not just the outside.
Let me say this: if I go to someone's Instagram page and they're Christian but they're showing their body, I'm swiping left.
I just get a little bit
I
like,
won't even. I wouldn't even think
it's,
about
It's
That's
yeah.
all.
It's a little.
because nowadays that's the first impression.
a little deterring.
It is because it's like at the end of the day, I think what you wear shouldn't matter in terms of to the person that you're trying to attract. It's more so like, is this glorifying God? It does. If somebody
Yeah,
were to
like
look
my
at me,
wife.
would it be like, oh, I know they are a believer of God, and it's not just based on what they put on their profile, but they're actually walking and living,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? And so I think the M word, modesty, is like a taboo thing now. It's like, oh, so you want me to be a nun? I said, no. There's plenty of ways.
Plenty of clothes that are not...
Plenty of clothes that are beautiful and accentuate your body, but also don't, like, make you look like a twerker on stage or something. I don't know. But I just think, there's many ways. And also, too, it's kind of a struggle, too, because the clothes that people, like, these industries are making...
Right?
It's like...
Sometimes it's not your fault,
half the
to be
clothes
honest.
is gone.
It's ripped.
The material is finished. Half my leg is if I like ripped jeans, you're telling me the whole leg is now gone and I have to, like, you know what I mean? So I get it. It's the industry is also it's changing and transitioning to less clothes.
Right.
So I get it, but it's being intentional about what you wear.
And some of these clothes, I get it. Like, you know, it's gonna accentuate your body regardless. But there's always ways to like kind of like lessen it, like, you know, wear a nice flannel or something like that over. But once again, like, women should play a role in helping men protect their eyes, and men should play a role with helping women protect their eyes. So don't go outside with your wife beater and you're talking to your friend, and say, hey, what's up? Or wearing this tight shirt and tight pants and all that stuff, and women the same, like, you know, like, that's weird.
It's true. It goes both ways.
It
goes both ways.
It's weird. So
everybody has to take responsibility for their own bodies and their own image, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially if you are saying you are a believer, like, let's do it for God and not for other people, and let's present ourselves as different.
I'm gonna say this gently too. Especially, like you said, especially if you're a believer, just buy in. Like, don't sell yourself short. You're not missing out on anything.
Oh yeah,
you're not. Like, if you think like, oh, if I stop this, then maybe people are not gonna like me, or I'm not gonna have a certain amount of network of people. Like, no, it's going to work.
Yeah.
Just be different. You don't have to be like everyone else. And it'll take longer, but it's more sweeter at the end.
It actually may not take longer. I think a lot of times we get confused and think, or we get defeated because we think, oh, we're not following the trend. It's like, well, the whole purpose is that you're not following the trend and you'll let God do the work. So if you're one of those people who are trying to be like an influencer, or like you're trying to do something with, I don't know,
anything, media,
it doesn't matter what it is, and you're saying, I'm a believer, God, like, then trust him and know that if you're consistent and you're trying to be different, he will open the doors for you where you are getting into places that you thought you would never be in a million years. And the only way you thought you would be able to get there is by doing things that are typical of culture. Yeah. So be the opposite of culture. I think we need a lot of that in this world, because it does get low.
The opposite of culture.
It is not. It's not. We don't need clones.
Everybody looks the same, man.
Different people out there who are doing different things that are glorifying God, and that's why we're here. We're trying to remind you guys, do those things. Don't be like the culture. Be different from it and do something unique and let God work in your life. So
where Christ meets culture.
Where Christ meets culture.
Juxtaposition podcast.
Any final thoughts? Before we wrap it up?
I'm just my final thought is let's just do better as human beings. And you know, what would Jesus do?
WWYD. What?
No, what would WWJD?
WWJD.
What would Jesus do? For real, what would Jesus do?
That's right.
and the woman telling you, you don't have to show off your body for us to come.
Let's learn more about your personality, your gifting, your talents.
Yeah. And if you don't feel like you have a personality, work on that muscle. Work on the muscle, and it will. You can interrupt me next time. Interrupt me. It's
also,
okay.
Guys, ask better questions. I don't know. You know, ask questions that will also help bring. You know, because sometimes
true that
you don't be asking questions and they just.
I'm a journalist, so I know how to ask these questions.
Like, if you're trying to get to know somebody and be conversational and like get to know their mind, like, you need to be guys and girls. You need to ask good questions.
Go to Google and search up
ChatGPT, and they'll give you questions.
Hey,
questions deeper questions to get to know someone. Simple.
Some of those ones are like
they're dry.
Yeah, they
but
are.
Just take the person out. Get to know them, bro.
ChatGPT will help you. Just
don't promote that thing on a thing.
Just put in good questions to ask a person that I'm interested in.
See?
that will get a conversation going. And then you get 3 questions from there, and by the time you know it, you have your own questions rolling out because you're so interested in this person. Seriously.
They'll prompt you. You have to do the rest.
So if you need matchmakers, here you are.
I like
If
to
you need,
ask Steve
if you need
questions.
tips,
so.
here you are.
Ask questions in the comments, guys.
Zoom in their
We can help you.
Anyways, that is a wrap. Did you have any final thoughts before close up?
Girls, just be patient. Be patient. Guys, be patient. And yeah, it will come.
And ladies, if you don't have a ring, you're still single.
Amen
Damn.
to that.
Not even just a ring. Like if you're not actually legally married, you're still single.
Facts. That's
So,
that was the
men-
point I was coming at. Like, bro, how you gonna say that she's
Men
not your
too.
wife, fam?
So if you're not
That's
actually
true. Put a ring on
you're
it, fam.
you're
Do it the right way.
You're still single.
Less
so,
baby mamas and less baby daddies.
Yes, let's
We
get
need-
unity.
Yes.
Let's broken families.
Let's
we
broken
need
families.
families,
Yes.
strong families.
Yes.
And that stuff, man. Let's cut it out, man. Cut it out.
Cut it. Cut it. You need to cut it. Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Cut it out, man.
Anyways, that is all for us this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you have not done it yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, but go ahead and subscribe. Click that like button. Go ahead and share with someone who will be interested or blessed by this episode.
Get us to 250
Also-
subscribers.
Yeah, we were sitting at 245 for a minute.
Hot minute.
Like a hot minute.
Hot
So
minute.
let's just like hot breath, like a hot minute.
Y'all guys can feel our breath here.
Hot minute.
So please help us get to 300, not even 250. We can get
Right?
to 300. So
Yeah.
make sure you guys share, like, subscribe. Also, if you haven't done so on Spotify, make sure you follow us, give us a 5-star rating, and you can also
5-star.
comment on Spotify. Hit us up on Google, Apple Podcasts if you're not into Spotify. I don't know who's not on Spotify, to be honest.
Right?
Spotify's the best
And
thing
if you haven't
ever.
done so yet, go to our Instagram page. We've spiced it up. We've shared some new photos. And also, too, check out our latest episode with Lara, like a nutritionist that she's really sick. So you get to learn some new stuff. She talked about canola oil and vegetable oil and all the grapeseed oil and all that stuff that you shouldn't be using to fry your food, and how it will affect you in the future.
Amen.
Yes.
So if you want to live long, go and watch that episode. Other than that, we are out. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Peace.